Hello everyone. What I wanted to show you today is a Gerda HSS cutaway that I've made. It's a disk detainer lock with a quite usual mechanism. The key profile looks like this. The ninth disk is slightly worded with protrusions here and on the other side, allowing this profile to enter, but not something bigger. It features 9 discs, first one being a gated spinner, so it has no limit of rotation, but also a gate. So you have to position it, and it's always a zero cut, and also so it's not visible in this particular cutaway. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th disc also not visible in this cutaway. I mean, you could see it from an angle, but I'm not going to move camera around for it not to lose focus. So first off, key operation. That's the key. I'm not using it for any safety purposes, so I can show it here. First slowly. And you can see the core turns, which would free the shackle. I've taken off some material from the cylinder as well on those two sides for the discs to be more visible. What's interesting is you can see the sidebar turning slightly, as it's a round sidebar. You can see it now. So it can rotate freely. It's unlike alloys where the sidebar is L-shaped, kind of like the end of this pick. So it couldn't be pulled out if you drilled a hole here. With this sidebar, if you just drilled through the aluminum, you could kind of maybe pull it out and render the mechanism well, dead. So that's how it works with a key. You can see few false gates on each disc. They are quite shallow and kind of similar, with maybe a little narrower than the true gates. It's not master keyed, I mean, so there's only one true gate on each disc. Also, these locks don't employ a disc movement limiter or disc blocking system, so you can rotate just some of them and then have an issue inserting the key. Then my tool, so I use the key. I rotate all the discs clockwise to aid with tensioning and picking. I'm going to use a Sparrows pick with slightly altered tensioning nose and a stock tip, but filed down. It's a little narrower, a little thinner. You need to pull the nose pull it out. I've got a marking here which you cannot see due to focus being manually set, and I prefer it to be rotated 90 degrees. Okay, so we insert our tool. We're on disk 2. I'm trying to figure out how to hold the tool, but it's gonna be okay. So we're on disk 3. I can feel we're in a gate, so I'm gonna leave it here. I'm not going to pick it ideally, because I mean I can see the gates, so I could do it quicker, though I'm trying to describe the feedback I would be seeking, so I will purposefully leave some gates, some false gates in place. It's a gate, so I leave it here. Next, it's in a gate, so I leave it here. Next, it's in a gate. It's binding actually, in a gate. And this one is in a gate, I think. The last disk, I think it's almost always a 0 cut on this one, so it's at 0. Okay, so I'm going to top, and now trying to maybe distinguish the gates. It gives me some more ball. Well, there's less movement now, so that's probably a true rate. Now it gives us a lot of movement, so it's probably a true rate. Not binding. Disk. So less movement here, so I will back up here. Next disk. Not too much movement, so might be a false gate. It's worse here and here, so the first gate was the widest. Next, this one. It's narrow, so I'm going to change the gate, and it's white. And it's white. At this point, I could maybe, it's worse here. So at this point, I think I'm not sure, but I'll try to actually tension it. I mean counter rotate to see if I'm all set. So I'm tensioning the disk 9, counter rotating, and I pull the tool out. Oh, I lost my. And it's picked. I think the biggest issue is this counter rotation, which is actually much easier to deal with using a layer tensioning tool like this one. It's called like this combambulator. However, this peak tip, this tensioning tip, I have on is a little too wide and it gets stuck in the disk 9, so I'm not going to show it working now. I hope this video is useful for you, and stay tuned for more disk detainer cutaways and picking, because that's what I'm most passionate about in lockpicking. I've got more cutaways and more cutaways coming. So thanks for watching.